Hey guys, I know it's been a while since my last upload, but today we're going to be baking some delicious churro cupcakes. Now these actual cupcakes, they do require a lot of steps, everywhere from baking the actual cinnamon cupcake itself to the cinnamon glaze that goes above that, the cinnamon buttercream, can't leave out the churros, which we're actually going to bake here in my home from scratch, and the homemade caramel sauce. Now these specific cupcakes were actually baked for a very exciting occasion. They were baked for a watch party because I was on a baking competition for the HULU network called Baker's Dozen. I'm on season 1, episode 4 if you want to follow along, cheer me along, see how I did, but most importantly, watch me bake these start to finish on the show. But for today, let's get started baking these delicious cupcakes. Okay guys, for the sake of keeping this video short and sweet, I'll list all the ingredients list for these churro cupcakes and the instructions right here for you to screenshot and also below in the description box. And here's the cinnamon sugar mixture. It's a combination of white granulated sugar and ground cinnamon. You'll be using these on top of your cupcake as well as at the end for your churros. So here we're dipping our cupcake dome from the melted butter to the cinnamon sugar topping. So the combination of the melted butter and sugar creates a cinnamon encrusted glaze on top of your cupcake, which adds that extra burst of flavor. And this is how they should look when you're finished. Time to get started on your caramel sauce. Add the sugar to your saucepan. Warm your saucepan over medium heat and cook it until your sugar fully dissolves. Keep stirring, including the sides of your pan to avoid any crystallization. Now you're gonna see some clumps will develop, but keep stirring until your clumps fully dissipate and you're left with this amber color sugar mixture. Remove your saucepan from heat and slowly pour in your cream, whisking continuously until the cream is fully incorporated, as you're gonna see here. To finish, you're gonna whisk in your vanilla and salt and set it aside to cool in your pan. I transferred it to a bowl to cool because I'm gonna need this saucepan later, but it's totally up to you. Okay guys, follow this simple recipe to make your yummy cinnamon buttercream frosting. Just remember to combine all your ingredients and mix on a low speed until a stiff peak forms. Scoop your frosting into a piping bag. I used a 1G piping tip. And then comes the fun part. Let's start piping away. I loved this frosting. I think it complements this cupcake in the best way. Not super sweet, just super tasty. Now comes my favorite part, churro making time. Place your water, unsalted butter, sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, and salt into a saucepan and bring it all to a boil. Reduce your heat to medium-low and stir in your flour with the rubber spatula. Stir until your mixture is shiny and smooth. Then you're going to transfer your mixture to a bowl and let it cool for about 5 minutes. So once cool, you're going to use your hand electric mixer and whisk in vanilla and egg into your flour mixture until it's fully combined. Then you're going to add your mixture to a reusable piping bag. You can either use a 1/2-inch star tip, or in this case I used an 8B tip. Loving these decorations. These are edible images with a dried bonded backing ready to put on some cupcakes. Let's get frying. Start by pouring your vegetable oil into your fryer to that fill line. Power on your fryer and set it to between 360 to 375 degrees. Takes a couple minutes to heat up, then the ready button will let you know it's time to start frying. Okay, so here I set up a little workstation, set up for frying and cinnamon tossing. Makes things a lot more organized and less messy. Okay guys, here we're actually creating some churros. Squeeze the churro mixer from the pastry bag onto your surface. I made 4 to 6 inch churros ready to fry. I like to pre-make these before actually placing them directly into the fryer. A little fun fact, my first time using a fryer was on the show. Talk about nerve-wracking. Prior to that, I actually pan fried my churros, but now I absolutely love my fryer. Of course, you can still pan fry these churros if you prefer, but I find deep frying them is a lot quicker and more consistent. Remember to keep your fryer covered between and during your dips. This part is actually so satisfying to me, the dipping. I usually dip the churros for about 1 to 2 minutes until golden brown. Okay guys, are you feeling that anticipation? I know I am. These churros are almost done. And in a little bit, you're gonna see them all done and ready. Look at those fried churros. They're already looking so yummy. Time to toss these little churros in the cinnamon sugar. These are already looking so yummy. You can even eat these alone without the cupcakes. So delicious. I mean, you guys can buy these pre-made, but who wants to do that? Nothing like a fresh churro on a cupcake. Okay, so I cut these churros down to 1 to 2 inches, the perfect size to place on top of a cupcake. Also, the caramel sauce is all cooled down and ready to drizzle. And here's my favorite part, the caramel drizzle. I put the cooled caramel into a pastry bag, cut the little tip off, and drizzled away. The messier, the better, the tastier. Now it's time to place your churros on top of the cupcake. You can either place them before or after the drizzle. This is completely up to you. And here's your completed cupcake. So delicious. On the show, I actually had 3 hours to complete this cupcake start to finish. Now give yourself enough time. These are time consuming, but believe me when I tell you they're absolutely worth it. So my guests love these cupcakes and also the extra churros that I made. I also had some extra cupcakes set aside. And of course, don't forget to watch the show to see what the judges thought of my cupcakes. Some people ask if I do this again, and of course I would. As nerve-wracking as it was so much fun. Okay guys, and there you have it. I hope you enjoy making these cupcakes along with me as much as I love to make them for friends and family. And I hope that you'll watch me on Hulu's Baker's Dozen, Season 1, Episode 4, and cheer me along and see how I did. And of course, follow along and subscribe to this channel so that you can see the videos which are coming really, really soon. And I hope to see you guys soon. Bye!